this is Charlie and Natasha for Kracht Amsterdam, and we're here with today's home workout. And the home workout is basically a chipper, because we're going to do a very long set, but as soon as you finish, you finished. But I'm going to give you the option, and I highly recommend, especially beginning athletes, but also intermediate athletes, to maybe do the other variation where you partitioned and where you do it in rounds. So the movements are single arm deadlifts with left, single arm deadlifts with right, sit-ups, single arm thrusters with left, and single arm thrusters with right. You can either choose to do every movement for 50 reps, and then after all movements for 50 reps, you're done. Or you can choose to do this as 5 rounds, 10 reps of each. So the volume doesn't change at all. It's just that you split up the movements, and therefore you might be able to keep a higher intensity. That being said, I'm going to run you, of course, through the movement standards, but before we do so, we're going to do mobility and warm-up together. And today we're starting with dynamic mobility. So please join Natasha. We are going to start with down dogs into up-facing dogs. So Natasha's going to hold the down dog for about 3 seconds, then she's going to bring her hips down, and then she's going to hold an up dog for about 3 seconds. We're doing this 5 times in total. In the down dog, try to push your nose towards your knees, push your heels down so that you feel a bit of a hamstring stretch, and then in the up dog, you have that big extension in the back. And in that up dog, I want you to try to push the shoulders low. You're going to try to make a long neck, and you'll just move slowly in between these 2 movements. And this is really just to loosen up the body, to get ready for the workout that is coming. And after 5 repetitions of these, you're going to go for a cat-cow. So you're going to set yourself up on your knees. And again, for your spine, you're going to now round your back and then arch your back. And we do this also for 5 times. In the rounding your back, you can put your chin at your chest. And then when you arch, you can even look up towards the ceiling 5 times, slowly and controlled. Very well. After 5 of these, we go for 10 froggers. So you're going to be sitting in an as low squat as possible, yet with the heels on the floor. Hands go forward, and then feet follow the hands. Make it just small jumps. And if you have limited space like we have here, you'll just go up and back for 10 of these frogger jumps. Now, to finish this mobility part, dynamic mobility part, you're going to do another 2 rounds of this. 5 down into up dogs, 5 cat-cows, and 10 of these froggers. But before you do so, quickly set us to pause. And then we're continuing the warm-up with a warm-up which will prep us for the movements as well as getting our heart rate up. So please join us straight away again. We're going to do 3 rounds, and the first one we'll do together. Starting with 10 single leg glute bridges. So you're going to be on the floor. 1 leg goes up, 1 leg stays on the floor, and then you're going to be bringing your hips up. You go for 10 left and 10 right. Ideally, your hips are going to stay parallel. You're not going to lean to one or towards the other side. And you want to squeeze your bum, especially of that leg that is standing still with the foot flat on the floor. And after 10, you're going to switch sides. If you feel this is too uncontrolled, then you can do 20 reps, but then with 2 feet on the floor. And if you think this is actually too easy, you can keep the top position for a full second after you go down controlled. Just some alternatives here. And then after these single leg glute bridges, we immediately go for push-ups, 10 repetitions of these. In the push-up, you're going to aim for the full range of motion, so your chest goes all the way down. Keep your elbows tucked. And if you want to do this as a knee push-up, that's of course allowed. And then the movement goes exactly the same. Try to keep that core tension for a nice and tight body position. Then we have 10 jump squats. For the people that cannot jump, you can of course do normal squats, but you're going to go butt below parallel, full extension in the top. And those jump squats are typical movements that will get your heart rate up quite a bit. Try to do the 10 reps unbroken, and then go back to a high plank position for mountain climbers, and these are 30, and these will get your heart rate up even more. Natasha could put the butt slightly lower, and then she's bringing her knees as far forward towards her chest as possible while maintaining that tight upper back position. This was one round. I want you to do 3 of them, and if you check the description below, you can find also this whole warm-up completely written down. Quickly set us to pause, and then we're going for the movements in the workout. And those movements start with single arm deadlift, And in the single arm deadlifts, you're going to be holding either a dumbbell, a kettlebell, or any other object that you have available at home. Natasha will start off with the dumbbell. What you see is that she places the weight next to her feet. Her back is straight, and from here she lifts her chest and squeezes her bum to stand up. We want you to go down always with the weight on the floor, and we want you to stand up to full extension in the hips and the knees. So, if we see another 3 reps, we see that she goes touch and go, and that is also what we advise you to do in the workout. Then, after 50 of these with one arm, you go for another 50 of these with the other arm. So let's just do 2 more reps, and then move on to the sit-ups. In the sit-ups, you're going to place your feet in a butterfly position. You're going to touch the floor behind your head and in front of your toes. And in these sit-ups, you can always use a little towel, roll it behind your lower back so that you have a bit of support. Now, if there are going to be people that cannot do sit-ups, I know we have some women after pregnancy here. You can go into a push-up position and touch with your right knee, your right elbow, and with your left knee, your left elbow. This is a great core movement, and this will be alternating, substituting for the 50 sit-ups, also for 50 reps. Then lastly, we have single arm thrusters. You're going to be placing the weight in the front rack position on top of your shoulder. Feet are in squatting stance. You squat down, extend your hips, and then press up. If we would look at this motion in slow motion from the side. Your direction, my direction. Fine, my direction. In slow motion, Natasha will squat down, so we see that in the bottom, her hips are lower than her knees. When she would now go up slowly, she first extends her hips fully, and only then she starts pressing. So the order is first squeeze your bum, then start pressing with your arms. And after 50 of these, you of course switch sides and you go for another 50 with the other arm. Thank you, Natasha. As we said, all the 50 in ones would be very advanced, more of a chipper style workout. More of a beginners and intermediate variation would be 5 rounds of 10 deadlifts left and right, 10 sit-ups, and then 10 thrusters left and right, so that you split the reps and therefore can keep a higher intensity. That being said, we want to wish you good luck, have fun,
and enjoy.
Bye guys.
Bye-bye.